Good afternoon, my subscriber. You, that's right, you, my subscriber. Crafty Sky Lady coming at you, Marine Sky. If you're new here, welcome. Nice to have you. Today, I decided my topic is rather personal, something very personal to me, and it's going to be a little difficult to talk about, and it's probably a subject matter, a topic that not everybody might want to hear, but I don't know that it's widely talked about. And I'm going to go there and talk about it because certainly I spent 13 years with it, and so as a child, and so I very much want to talk about it. Yeah. Well, what is that shameful topic? Bedwetting. Yes, bedwetting. Mhm. Mhm. Oh yeah. I'm the youngest of four, like I've talked about in my other videos. And yeah, I shared a bedroom with my sister who was a year older, a big double bed. She wet too. One of my other brothers shared a bed with the other brother. There were two boys, two girls. One of them wet, the other one didn't. Funny how that happened. Yeah. Getting emotional. I didn't know I was going to go there. Give me a moment. But yeah. And I spent last evening actually watching a movie. Some of you might be familiar with it. Michael Landon, who's deceased, been deceased for a number of years, but the actor, Michael Landon, Bonanza, Little Joe, Little House on the Prairie guy. Well, he was a bedwetter. And he actually came out that many years ago and talked about it, probably, what, in the 70s? And he actually did a movie, which I spent the night watching. I had watched it years ago, I remember now. Very much in the setting of the 60s. Had to be like late 50s, 60s. And evidently it's a true story, his life story. And it's called The Loneliest Runner. And if you get a chance, go watch it. It's rather interesting. But it tells his life story of what he endured as a bedwetter and what unfolded in his life growing up with that. And he was shamed. He had a very strict mother, very strict, and very, just she was led to believe, and she had a very strong mindset about it, that he was just plain lazy, and that he could help this, that this is something he could fix, he could help, but he chose not to. In her mind, that's how she saw this problem. And being that many years ago, and everything was, hush hush under the bed, nobody talked about it. And I don't know, today I don't really see too many videos on YouTube and that, unless I'm missing something. I have to do more research, but I don't know if people are still not talking about it. I don't know. But for me, the youngest of four, anyway, getting back to the movie, and I don't want to give up too much because the movie, you'll enjoy it. Like I said, it is set in that setting and that many years ago, so you'll get a kick out of the styles and the way they did things back then. But yeah, it's a strong subject matter in that movie, and what the boy endured, what he endured. And so the story goes on where the mother uh, being so headstrong about it that he could fix this. To shame him, she would hang his sheets out his bedroom window so that he, so that no one else would see them, and his friends, anyone who followed him home or in that, and he was so always hoping they wouldn't. He would run home. He would run from school home, which was a good distance. And so he'd run like mad to get home so that he could run upstairs and pull the sheet from hanging out the window so nobody would see it and be even more embarrassed. So the story evolves around all of that. And they go to a doctor at one point, and the mother's telling the doctor off pretty much that she knows, this can be fixed. He's just plain lazy and blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to tell her. And the doctor's trying to say, I believe this is hereditary, and that, somebody in the family evidently did do this years past that aren't talking about it or something. Somewhere in their past, somebody had to be doing that, and the father never spoke up at that time, and the mother was adamant that the doctor didn't know what he was talking about, and she left there in a huff. So anyway, I won't give up too much more of it, but the doctor did state that it is also somebody who sleeps very heavy. You almost go into a trance of your sleep. You're sleeping so heavily that you don't realize that the body needs to go. The brain isn't getting that signal. You're just in such a deep sleep. And I truly believe that I've been there. I know that I'm one of those that sleep like that at times, and to this day. So anyway, growing up, my sister and I, we wet all over each other, and we had rubber sheets on our bed. Can you imagine on a hot summer in the old houses, some of the homes we lived in, with the pitch ceilings, no real good ventilation, and we're bedwetters, so the room had that stench of strong urine, and our clothes and everything, no matter how much my mother did the laundry, it was evident. And so you bathe and everything, but you go to school because, laundry after laundry, you know what soiled underwear looks like and stuff. And after a while, it doesn't take much to bring that smell back. And so evidently we must have gone to school with a little bit of that going on, because I remember being pulled up to the teacher's desk, and there were kids where their desks were close enough and they were all ears and they could hear, and that teacher had the nerve to ask me if I wet the bed. Can you imagine that? That teacher would be fired today. And I don't remember what I said back. I was always so scared of anybody of authority and so shy. I don't remember what I said back. I probably said yes. And the kids heard it. Some nasty, hurtful, bullying type kids heard it. So you can imagine what my childhood was like with all that. Oh yeah, getting picked on, or that's why I was always so shy and wouldn't talk to too many people growing up, because you got that going on. And I did that for till about 13 years old, and my sister too. Yeah. And it's not that because we weren't clean people. I mean, my mother bathed us. We took our baths. She did the laundry. I mean, we tried, but I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem, and you live with that, and you do. You literally. I can remember having dreams that I'm sitting on a toilet. So, And no, it really wasn't the case, because you wake up and you're just, it was bad. And it's funny, like I said, because my older brother didn't. And he's only like a year and a half, not quite 2 years older than me, but my sister did, and her twin brother, the twin brother, they were twins, he did. and me. And then I have a half brother that I know of that came to live with us in the summers, and that he did too as a teenager, as a young kid, and then as a teenager. I didn't really stop to about the age of, like I said, 13, 14, where you get a little more control of that, evidently, or something. But um, it was a problem. And sleeping over other kids' homes and stuff, that didn't really happen. You just didn't, or having them sleep over your house. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh no. No, there probably wasn't any room for them anyway, but that wasn't happening. And I did, as a teenager, I slept over different people's homes when I finally got out of that. But my Aunt Mary and her kids there, she had 4 kids, but we would go, and my aunt would take one of us a summer, or a week during the summer, so my week. And I can remember, she knew, and obviously she prepared the bed with the rubber sheet and all that, but we went away. She never said too much. She did the laundry, knowing, but it was a problem, and you were embarrassed, and, yeah, it's problematic, and it's really hard for the kid who's going through that, boy or girl. Yeah, you don't want anyone else to know that. And let alone a teacher calling you up to the front of her desk and asking you that, where other big ears could hear, and then you gotta live with that. Luckily, the one thing that saved me is we moved a lot. And I went to different schools, so that kind of carried us kind of in and out of that, so that not everybody knew. That's true. That helped. I'm sitting here in my bottle wall area, by the way. I love this, and this is where I enjoy. And it's such a beautiful day here in Massachusetts and New England. I've got some incense going, although I'm running out. I gotta buy some more. A beautiful plant here. Look at this one. Oh, my coleus. This is a big one. I love this thing. I just gave it some more water, so I love this. I gotta remember to bring it inside though soon. It's getting cold. But anyway, yeah. Michael Landon talks about it. It's not a topic that I know is being talked about, and I know full well all the feelings and the emotions that play into that. So if you're a child, although my channel's not really, I don't go there with the having my videos for children, only because it's a little more problematic with what the things you got to answer to. But if you have a child, you're a parent, and you of a child who's doing that, just know that they're going through a lot. Be there for them. Hug them a little more tighter. Let them know you understand. Don't shame them. They can't help it. It's not something we plan on, or that we're being lazy, or, can't get ourselves up. Yeah, we can't get ourselves up. We're in a deep sleep. Oh, there's a chipmunk. You stay out of my home. I don't want you in my home. Boy, he's eating healthy. He's a chubby one. Great big chubby cheeks. Yeah, you're eating all the bird seed. That's why. He's so cute. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, he's in there. They live around here. Come on over here, and I'll get you on the video. Anyway, I wanted to come to you with that. Watch that movie, The Loneliest Runner. It's on YouTube. And pop a bag of popcorn and sit down with your kid, because maybe your kid would enjoy watching it, knowing they're not alone. Because they might feel very much alone with that, And like I said, don't shame them. Don't shame them. And yeah, you got to do a little more laundry, but at least doing laundry is easier today with all the fancy machines than it was even back then. And this kid, Michael Landon, yeah, he'd run up to the laundromat. Can you imagine? And take his lunch money. I won't give up too much. Watch the movie. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta heat up some pizza for Eddie. but I wanted to do this video to kind of just address a very problematic topic. And we don't talk about it. Even to this day, it's probably, like I said, still a shameful topic. Um, but just know that your kids are suffering, and they'll grow out of it. You do. But I honestly also believe it follows in the line of kidney disease, diabetes. I think it's all related. I do. And I say that because I have a cyst on one of my kidneys, a plum-sized cyst. And um, my brother, the other one who was a bedwetter, he died at age 29 of a brain aneurysm. Yeah, and my sister, his twin, died at age of 49 of a rare cancer, adrenal gland. So I think it's all kidney, adrenal, and if you look at Michael Landon's history too, it had to do with the kidneys, and I think it's all got something to do with that too. That's my belief, in my opinion. But yeah, I really do think hereditary plays a big part into it too, folks. Yeah. So anyway, hug your child a little bit more, talk to them, and don't make it such a strong issue. Just know it's part of who they are, and embrace them. They're going through a lot with that. Just help them through it. All you can do. Yeah. We didn't really get a lot of talking about it. I don't remember talking about it that much with my parents. It was just something that was, and she dealt with it. But I mean, I don't remember being really nurtured, in a sense, by either parent about it. So be more nurturing. That's all I can say. They need you. They don't want to be doing that. They don't. It just is what it is. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Thank you. If you're new here, like I said, thank you. I hope I've given you enough to want to subscribe. I got more. I got another cool idea for some things, so just keep watching. Just keep coming back, and I'll be here. I love you. Thank you all. Until we meet again, I certainly hope the universe provides. I truly do. Thank you now. Bye-bye. Bugs there.